Well, I have to admit that afternoon rain was quite refreshing, and I'm sure all the trees and plants really appreciated it. It reminded me of a saying I heard once: some people feel the rain, others just get wet. Here we're looking at Telegraph Harbor, and I wanted to show you guys the cut at a reasonably high tide, and I'm panning over towards the direction of Clam Bay, and what we'll do later is I'll come back and show you what the cut looks like at a low tide. Fast forward a few hours, and the sweet smell of barbecue is coming from the pavilion. And you must have been able to smell those burgers from the docks, because it didn't take long to fill up the pavilion. Every year they have a little gift giveaway, and every boat leaves with a gift. My kids have had the honor of picking names out of the hat and calling out names for the winners. And although the average age of the group is much older than my children, I really do appreciate that everyone makes them feel welcome. You know what name to say. And that they feel part of the rendezvous as much as everyone else does.
Thank you all for coming. I look forward to seeing you all next year.
Margaret is the person that everyone is applauding for, and this rendezvous would not happen without her hard work, so a huge thank you, Margaret.
Come to the C&C Rendezvous!
Much better.
Keep it simple, yeah.
Yeah. We're moving on to our next spot today. We're going to a place called Montue Harbor. It's back towards Ganges, but not quite as far. It's actually really close to Active Pass, and it's a nice anchorage there with a nice beach. We're going to just spend the morning relaxing. We have a couple more hours at least before we need to leave. And just like that, another rendezvous is over. No one seems to be in too big of a hurry on the Sunday morning to depart. After watching several boats leave, we decided it was our turn in the queue to start untying, and we're excited to have a nice little sail today, hopefully. You may have noticed that we've picked up an extra crew member, and these kids have all been friends for over 4 years. They met at the first rendezvous that we attended, and we've done some cruising with them. Normally his sister is along for the event as well, but she wasn't able to make it this year. But the kids still had a lot of fun catching up and hanging out for the weekend. After a fun little sail, we found ourselves at Montue Harbor, and it wasn't a very long distance today. The wind died off anyways, so we motored the last little bit, and we're going to see if we can grab a mooring buoy. That way we'll be nice and close to the dock at the park. And we managed to find a buoy. The cost is $12 per night, and they have park staff come around and collect the money. Montue can get quite crowded in the summer, and if you want to get in close, it is easier to grab a buoy because anchoring amongst the buoys would be a bit tight. And we're going to hang out here for a couple nights, I think.